What's up, everyone? Welcome. This is the warm-up. This is day 2 of the U.S. Open. And as you can see, I am coming from the comforts of my own home. I am Allie Love. I am your co-host, and I am accompanied by my PIT partner in tennis, Nick McCarville. What's up, Nick?
Hi, Allie. It is day 2. I am doubly excited. How awesome was day 1 of the U.S. Open?
It was incredible. There were a lot of surprises. Again, a lot of us were interested to see how everything was going to shape up. But over and all, it was an exceptional day of tennis. It was something that I missed that we all needed. I remember staying up last night watching a couple of the matches. One in particular, which was one of my Knicks picks, but we had a mixed pick yesterday. A little bit of an upset for Coco Gauff. We had Anastasia Sevastova. She pulled it out in 3 sets and was able to take that one away. And so, again, one of the things that Coco said, which was really important to keep in mind, is that she's young, she's learning, there's more time to come.
Totally. No, I totally agree. And actually, Sevastova, 15 of the top 16 women won yesterday, which was huge across the board for the seeds. Allie, I want to jump in first to the men and going 5 sets because we had some 5-set battles. First off, Diego Schwartzman, who's been a quarterfinalist here last year at the U.S. Open, losing to Cam Norrie. Cam Norrie, the British player, coming back from 2-0 down to capture this match in 5 sets. You also had your hipster pick from yesterday, Allie. Congrats on this. Jack Sock winning in a 5th set tiebreak. We're going to talk about this match later against Pablo Cuevas. And then the All-American battle, Steve Johnson and Judd Isner. This one was late last night as well. In Armstrong, it would have been a packed house if we would have had all of you lovely fans there in Armstrong. But it's Steve Johnson who gets the upset over Johnny Isner and moves on.
Well, there was some big tennis. There was some big moments, Nick, and this is what happened. Basically, everyone knows day 1, you pack into the U.S. Open on the grounds for that concert. And so we had Audra Day rise up, one of her signature songs. It was incredible. And then there was a special moment, especially just being in New York, given the pandemic and everything that's going on, that Governor Cuomo delivered a really cool virtual message that was pretty touching. And one of the things he said, and I'll paraphrase, is that in the game of tennis, love means nothing, but in New York, it is everything. And so we definitely kicked off day 1 with a lot of love.
And you definitely felt that love on the grounds, Allie, and you could feel it at the National Tennis Center. Obviously, strange circumstances. Everyone's got their masks on, social distancing, making sure we're in a controlled environment. But you go from on the grounds to feeling that around the web on social media.
Just to kick us off, some tennis pups. We have Trix, the tour dog, watching the U.S. Open. And I must say to all of you out there, please, more pups, please.
Yes, tennis plus dogs equals definitely from us.
All right, more pups, please. Speaking of style and watching the tennis in a way that's super unique, we have Jennifer here. Jennifer says she may not be attending the U.S. Open, but that's not going to stop her style. Her nails are on fleek. I learned that from the kids, and it's a real thing. Really cool tennis nails. And while we, Nick, are watching, just as fans, watching these players are apparently watching each other. We can see right here, we have a shirtless Andy Murray, followed by a shirtless Diego Schwartzman, watching Kevin Anderson and Alexander Zverev. Zverev goes on to win that match in 4 sets. And as we go into this next clip, he gets a little bit of brotherly love, a surprise virtual brotherly love from his brother, Misha Zverev. So that was really, really cool to see. It's engaging, it's captivating, it feels good. Don't you think so?
Really cool to see Misha getting to interact with Sasha from home. That's part of the virtual fan cam that you guys can access on the app too. And I love that. These are brothers that used to be on tour together. And now it's Misha waving to Sasha from home. And it wasn't just Zverev and Anderson. We had a lot of action, Allie, and it's time for Allie's Rallies.
It is that time, Allie's Rallies. And now my first pick for Allie's Rallies goes to Sock and Cuevas. That match was incredible. This particular rally goes to Cuevas. Here, he's going back and forth, a little bit of banter between those rackets. And then as you see, Cuevas falls. Now, what you might not see and catch right away is that Jack Sock falls as well, but it was Cuevas that pulls out in that point. It was Sock on the other side of that in this 3rd go round of them meeting to actually win in a 5th set tiebreaker. So shout outs to him. I'm excited to see him on this U.S. tour. Now for this second rally, this Allie's rally, we got to go with Kerber. She stepped into the court like a boss, looking amazing. It was a beautiful performance. She looked sharp, and she was able to go ahead and pull off this backhand winner. It it was just, again, mind-blowing to see how she came in. She looked great. 2 sets, won 6-4, 6-4.
I have to say, Angelique Kerber is looking fantastic. She's back with her former coach in Torben Beltz, which is amazing. She's a former champion here. She is definitely one player to watch for me at this U.S. Open.
Players to watch last night kept me past my bedtime. Y'all know I go to bed early. Djokovic, he's going my third and final Allie's rally right here. And the reason is because Djokovic, while we talked about this, Nick, and fans, I know you noticed, he was a little bit more outwardly expressing himself, maybe because it was not many people in the stadium, but it was incredible to see him sharp. He made the play. There are many plays he made. He came out on the other side victorious. I'm excited to see. This was a really great match that fed into Osaka's match. It was incredible tennis last night. Like I said, kept me up past my bedtime, but totally worth it.
Yeah, Novak Djokovic now 24 in a row, Ali. And that match happened inside Arthur Ashe Stadium. So did the Naomi Osaka match. And let's actually go ahead and get an inside look of Ashe. It's much different than it's felt in years past. And here's why.
Okay, today I'm checking in from a place that 23,000 of you should be in right about now. And it is this amazing stadium, Arthur Ashe, and I actually wanted to give you a tour of it because they've transformed it for the 2020 US Open. Let's go check it out. So we discussed this in brief yesterday, but these corporate suites all around the stadium, they're being used by the top players, by the seeds, and they're essentially studio apartments. They can set up there as they choose, making sure to social distance and wearing masks. And it's turned Arthur Ashe Stadium into a tennis apartment complex. Everyone's socially distanced, but you can wave to your tennis friends. The signage courtside is awesome. New York tough. And also as a part of the Be Open campaign, we're gonna have rotating social messages like this one for Black Lives Matter. And I'm sure you guys have seen these courtside screens. The players can send links to family and friends so they can create virtual player boxes. And you as fans can also submit videos to your favorite player on the app, and maybe they'll get played out. This art installation is awesome. It's called Black Lives to the Front, and it's 18 artists reflecting on the current moment in our social sphere. And the works of art will be auctioned off for charity after the US Open. Honestly, it's not the same whatsoever, but let's just call it different. And wish you were here.
Well, on Arthur Ashe Stadium yesterday, there were really no major upsets. We saw those top seeds, Karolina Pliskova breeze through Novak Djokovic. We already mentioned that. Naomi Osaka had a little bit of a struggle. She wins in 3 sets. Sasha Zverev also survives a 4-setter. As I mentioned, Ali, earlier in the show, 15 of the top 16 women. Really the biggest upset of the day was Diego Schwartzman going out in that 5-set classic against Cam Norrie. We obviously love Diego. We're disappointed that he's out of the tournament. And the American women, 7 of the 15 that played won, including Cici Bellis making a nice comeback from an injury. And we've got a lot of good tennis to look forward to here on day 2 as well.
One of the things that's really important to highlight, Nick, the Be Open campaign, that is something that the US Open has brought to life over time, given the social, civil unrest that we are all in amongst a pandemic. So now this is what the USTA and the US Open put out around the Be Open campaign, is that they are committed to pursuing equality, inclusion, and respect for everyone on and off the court. This is a big deal because, as you can see, when we have those pan cams in the stadium, you can see all of the Black Lives Matters kind of flagged out over the seats. So Naomi Osaka yesterday came out with a Breonna Taylor mask, the woman who was shot. Incredible statement. She also goes on to say it's quite sad that she has 7 masks and that those 7 masks aren't enough names. She's hopefully able to get to the final so she can pay homage to those that were affected by this incredible landscape that we're in socially and civilly. So it's a lot of changes, again, culturally, but those are not only the changes off the court, there's changes on the court, Nick, that are important to highlight.
It's a time for change, Ali. Certainly, you see the mass, that's a difference this year. Also, if we look at the tennis in particular, it's different on the outer courts. You don't see the lines people as you usually do. That's to mitigate the number of people on site. Those lines are being called by Hawkeye Live, which is the Hawkeye system that we've used for years on tour, but now it's live calls, it's automated, and it really has gone off, I think, without a hitch. Players really appreciating that. We do see the lines people on Ashe and on Armstrong, but otherwise it's Hawkeye Live around the grounds. And also just a little bit of tennis geekiness here from me is that the courts are playing a little bit faster. So for players that like that speedy court, the big servers, that is going to play to their advantage this US Open.
Well, they say the big servers are always going to be big servers. I think that fast court's really going to help those that maybe serving a little smaller, give them a little bit more speed. And I will say, watching that match last night with Djokovic, it was the first time I really heard them actually simulate a crowd in the stadium. So there was fake noise. What they've done is taking all of the crowd noises and what would simulate the point and how the crowd would respond is what they simulate on out there into the ears of the players. So it's quite incredible that, again, there's social changes and then there are great big changes that are happening in the US Open.
We might hear some more crowd noise today if we head into Nick's picks, because we've got a fantastic day of day 2 tennis. If we look at the order of play, there are so many matches to pick from, but we can't not pick Andy Murray, the 2012 champion, making a comeback from his hip injuries that nearly forced him into retirement. This is a tough one, Ali. Yoshihito Nishioka is a left-hander. He's ranked 49th in the world. He's listed at 5'7". I'm pretty sure he's about 5'5". Andy Murray is going to have his hands full against Yoshi today. That's the first match on Ashe. And what about Serena Williams? Second up, taking on Christiane, who is another player that we love. If you don't follow Christiane on TikTok, you need to. She is hilarious. Almost quit. She's so fun. She's the best.
So fun.
She almost quit tennis a few years ago. She made the 4th round at the US Open last year. Serena will begin her drive for 24th to tie the all-time record. Then we have Madison Keys and Timea Babos. Madison losing her first match in Cincinnati last year. I did go out on a limb a few days ago and say that she was my pick to win the tournament. So come on, Maddie, don't prove me wrong. Timea Babos is one of the best doubles players in the world, so watch out for that one.
I love that you put on your glasses. My tennis geek over here said you went out on a limb, and I love that. I love that you're taking a little bit of risk over there. I'm going to send you this virtual cheers your way to make you love it. You have been so wonderful to me because now I'm back. You call it the Ali Hipsters Picks, and you're giving me a moment. Is that still a thing? Can I still do it?
Of course. I think we have like an official sticker for you now, right?
Oh, I'll wear my pin proudly. All right, Nick, for my pick, I'm going to go with Grigor Dimitrov. And he's taking on Tommy Paul. 2 key players, excited. Word on the street is when Grigor is at his best, he can go head-to-head with the best of them. And so Tommy's going to put up a fight, but I'm going to put my virtual cheers behind Grigor Dimitrov. And the reason I'm going to do that is because last year, semifinalist, able to go head-to-head with Federer, come out victorious. So I'm excited to see this match, and I'm feeling lucky.
Ali, I am a proud tennis father in the sense of you dropping more knowledge on Grigor Dimitrov. And they actually had a great 5-set battle at the Australian Open earlier this year. Tommy Paul's another young American trying to prove himself. I endorse this tennis hipster pick for sure.
Ooh, I love that I got the stamp. I got the look. Speaking of got the look, I got the look from Nick. Speaking of got the look, honestly, who has the look more than Serena Williams? Now, we're going to go through Serena's most iconic US Open looks throughout the years. Nick, where's this one? This one is
way back when.
In 1999.
It all started in 1999. She wins her first Grand Slam, Ali, and this is the beaded look. And this was the iconic look of the Williams sisters when they came up in the late 90s.
Next up, we have this amazing tie-dye purple look. I loved it. I have to say, growing up, watching Serena on the court definitely influenced my style of how I went to school. I'm not sure that was appropriate, but it happened.
I think we look at Serena as a fashion icon and as a cultural icon. She owns her body as a mom, as an athlete, as a Black woman. She's done that with every outfit she's worn. I love the tutu. I love the catsuit. I cannot wait to see what Serena's going to wear at the US Open this year.
Oh, you can't wait. I can't wait. Now, word on the street is, she's bringing the heat. She is one of the most iconic players, also one of the best dressed. But is that title still hers during this US Open? That is up to you to decide. Those of you that are tuning in, we want you to take to Twitter. We have a poll. Who's the best dressed this year. It is totally up to you. We look forward to hearing from you because guess what? We're going to let you know. Does Serena reign supreme? I think so. I'm going to go. That's my thing. I'm going to go yes, but including us, it is up to us to vote. So make sure you go ahead, take to Twitter and do so.
There's one thing I've learned in covering tennis, Allie, never vote against Serena Williams.
I like that. Now, we are going to keep doing this. We're going to bring you, again, the energy of New York, more of the tennis that you love, and all of the entertainment that comes from us fans. So please stay connected. Make sure you're using hashtag US Open on social. Of course, follow at US Open. Keep updated. Stay updated with us. Right, Nick? There's also the app that they have that they can get involved in.
Yeah, live scores, you guys. Everything you need is on the US Open app. And don't forget the newly reinvented usopen.org. Everything is there at your fingertips. Allie Love, I got to get to the US Open, all right? I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, fans. I'm Allie Love. That was Nick McCarville. That is your warm-up. We're getting into the games now.